Hey there guys, so today we're going to be talking about the WETTI SCAR gas blowback rifle. This is the tan version, obviously. Tan version comes with a tan mag, and this is the green gas version, so the mag is a green gas mag instead of a CO2 mag. The only difference between the green gas and the CO2 version of the weapon system is the CO2 version comes with a CO2 mag, the green gas version comes with a green gas mag. The weapon itself is exactly the same, and this is the version 3 version of the weapon, so it's got all the upgrades from version 1 and version 2. Most notably, it's been reinforced to handle CO2 properly, so this weapon system won't break apart if you're shooting CO2 through it. Now, like I said, the only difference really is with the magazine. In the CO2 version of the magazine, when you take off the bottom plate here in the mag, like so, generally there'd be a hole here with a screw cap in it. You take that screw cap out, put in the CO2 powerlets that you buy, and they'll slide right in. And then you take that screw cap and screw it back on to make sure you get a good seal on the CO2 capsule. Since this is the green gas version though, obviously there's no CO2 spot, and the plate is just mostly here for just to give the magazine a finished look, and there's a little hole in it so that you can take your green gas bottle or your propane or whatever and fill it up. Moving on to the rest of the mag, it's a 30 round magazine. The BBs go in the front slot here, and they're double stacked, so they stack all the way down. There's a little pin here on the rear of the magazine, which is what functions to lock the bolt back in the actual weapon when there's no more BBs left. So, as you can see, the bolt will lock back because there's no more BBs in the magazine. And then to release the bolt forward again, you just hit this little ping pong paddle here, like so. That's pretty standard stuff. What this magazine also has is a little lever here, just in front of the little hook, and if you pull that lever towards the rear of the magazine, so if you move it this way, that little hook gets pushed down, and it allows you to dry fire the weapon system without the bolt locking back, even without any BBs. So to give you a quick example, put it on single shot here, and bang. Put her back on semi-auto, set her down, take the mag out. And that's pretty much everything to do with the magazine. To bring this lever back up, or to bring the little hook back up, you just push the lever forward. So that's the magazine. Moving on to the actual weapon. It comes with everything you see here except for this optic. This panorama red dot sight is mine. It did not come with the weapon. What it does come with though are flip up front and rear sights. The front one is just a flip sight. It's got a little button here, a little tiny pin right here that you need to push before the sight will flip up or down. The rear sight is adjustable for elevation by turning this knob here. The rear sight is, that's adjustable for windage. The elevation is adjusted on the actual column here by rotating the column, and that moves the entire sight up and down. So that gives you your elevation and then your windage on the knob. So I'm going to fold them back down since I've got the red dot on there. Now, it's also a very ambidextrous weapon system. You can see the selector switch on this side here. If I move it up to auto here, I can reach around the other side of the gun and use the selector and switch it back down, as it is ambidextrous. So you can see the selector on the other side here. What you won't get on most assault rifle style weapons, at least most of them, when I refer to most, I say Armalite style M4, M16 weapon systems, they don't usually come with an ambidextrous magazine release, which is what this button is here. So you've got your right side release here for your mag, and then the standard left side release right here. So I'll just demonstrate that quickly. Put the magazine in the rifle. She falls right out. Flip that over to the other side here. falls right out. Now the charging handle is also ambidextrous. You can see the charging handle right now on the left side of the weapon system, right here. So that'll lock back. The only real non-ambidextrous part of this weapon system is the ping pong paddle charging handle bolt release that releases the bolt forward. That's about the only thing that's not ambidextrous, but there are accessories you can buy that hook into here, come down the side of your weapon system, and then go into the trigger guard, and then around to the other side, and then they add a little paddle here that you can hit with your trigger finger, and that actually will release the bolt from the right side of the weapon system as well. I believe Magpul makes that. If you want to check it out, check out the Magpul website. They make a lot of awesome stuff. Now, the actual charging handle needs to be, you need to take down the weapon system in a field strip style before you can actually switch that out to the right side of the weapon. It does come on the right side of the weapon, so I'll show you guys how to switch that over. And the reason I have it on the left is because when I'm holding the weapon system here, I'm able to control the weapon system with my control hand, remove my offhand, and control every part of the weapon system here. So if I was shooting, bang, 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 and then I ran out of BBs, I can then use my control hand to come up, because you should be removing your finger from the trigger anyway. Bring it up, release the magazine, dump it in my dump pouch, bring another magazine up, slam it into the weapon system, hit that ping pong paddle, and everything's forward. If I need to lock that weapon system back or cock it, I can do that without removing my control hand from the weapon system. So that's the reason I like it on the left side as a right-handed shooter. But like I said, it does come on the right side of the weapon system. Now, moving on to the stock. The stock is three-way adjustable. First off, it's foldable. So you push this button here, and the entire stock will fold and connect on the side of the rifle. And it's very sturdy. If you try and shake it off, it's not going to go anywhere. So you don't need to worry about it coming off when you're playing close quarter battles and you're just running around like this. To swing it back, I recommend putting some downward force on it, and then it'll just swing right back and lock in. The next way it's adjustable is it's got this cheek riser here. Right now it's in position 2, but it's got 3 positions. You push this button in, and it'll collapse down. So that's position 1. Position 2 is right there, and position 3 is fully extended all the way up. I enjoy mine in position 2. That gives me a good cheek weld. And then the last part of the stock that's adjustable is the length here. It's 6 position adjustable. You push it down on this little button here, and then the stock will move in. So fully collapsed would be 1 position. Then you've got 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 is fully extended. I like mine at position 2. So 1 in, and that gives me a good control over the entire weapon system. Now, that's pretty much all the external features. Now I'm going to cover the takedown of the weapon system. Usually you don't see this in really quick video reviews because it does take a while, but as this is a gas blowback rifle, the takedown and the field strip is very similar to the real rifle, and it's very, very fast. So first thing you want to do is push this little button here on the lower receiver. That's going to push in and extend on the far side of the receiver a little bit. Then you want to grab it, pull it all the way out, like so. Then you want to grab your mag well here and just pull it up from the front of the weapon and remove it. And that gives you your entire lower receiver here. The trigger assembly is all inside there, so you can see hammer will move forward there, and just lock that back like so. And everything to do with locking the magazine into the weapon system is in there too, so all the ambidextrous magazine release mechanics are in there as well. So I'll just place that stuff aside for now. And now the next step is to remove your stock. That is really simple. I recommend folding up the front sight so you've got some leverage here, and then just kind of grab it and push it down. So you can see here it pushes down like so, right off the weapon system. And you can put that aside, or take a look first and then just put it aside. And you can fold down your rear sight again. Now you want to look on the rear of the upper receiver, and you should see this rectangular black chunk. Tilt the weapon backwards and give it a good kind of shake and play with that piece until it comes all the way out of the weapon system. Like so. And you just place that piece aside. That's your spring, or your recoil spring. Now, if you want to switch your charging handle from one side to the other, so if you just got it, it's going to be on the right side. To switch it, now at this step, just pull it all the way to the rear, like so. Pull it out, flip the weapon system over, stick it back in the hole, slide it forward, and then reassemble everything in the reverse order. And now you've got your charging handle on the right side of the weapon. However, we're going to go a step further and take this pin completely out to the side. And now you should see the rear of your weapon system, the bolt carrier. That just slides right out of the weapon system like so. And that pretty much is the complete field strip of the WETTI SCAR gas blowback rifle. Notable features on the inside here are the hop-up, which is located just in front of this big brass cylinder, and it's the round rimmed black tube shaped thing. You just rotate that to adjust your hop-up. This is basically your chamber. This little hole is where the gas is going to feed into the weapon system from your magazine, and then the slot in front of it is where it's going to grab your BBs from. If you want to take down the weapon system even further, you want to come up to the front of the weapon system here and rotate this gas tube adjuster to the, well, you want to rotate it, I guess, clockwise, and then you can kind of pull it out like so. On the real weapon system, this would be the adjustment for the gas tube, I believe. But on the airsoft version, it's just to, it fits into all the hex nuts that you need to remove to take out the total front end of the weapon. Now, I'm not going to do that because it's, there's really no need unless you're upgrading your inner barrel or adding an extension on your outer barrel or something like that, or changing up your hop-up. So there's really no need to go that far. To reassemble the weapon system, you just grab your bolt carrier and slide it back in the upper receiver like so until the hole for the charging handle lines up. And then just grab your charging handle pin, stick her back in, and slide her forward again. Now grab your recoil spring here, and that will fit into a hole in the bolt carrier and into the back of the weapon system like so. Now, take your stock and slide her up a ways while pushing the recoil spring in so that it's not going to stick out of the weapon, like so. Now you just take your lower receiver here, slide the back end in first, lock it down, and push that pin through, and now you are ready to go again. Like so. Now I'll give you guys a quick burst of fully automatic fire here, just to give you guys an idea of what it's like. Just like so. And then a semi-auto shot for good measure.